Hello, and welcome back to this Trails of Cold Steel 3 Let's Play with me, SLJ RPG. In the last episode, well, we visited the gravesite after chasing the Calverdian spies, and we learned a little bit more about the breakdown of what we thought may have happened, because Crow's grave was unfortunately tampered with, but we have ourselves a little meeting to go to. Let her know that the others say hi, so I think without further ado, we just make our way towards the guild branch on Vesta Street. Gonna talking with people a little bit. She wouldn't go down without a fight. Okay, so Jessica's family must be from the same region then. So Roa kind of region. We know, of course, where George is. Or George's part. Speak to Altina. Some little sparring. Then let's speak to Le Guin. We'll flush the rats out of the tunnels tomorrow. Can't wait to see what Calvert Special Forces can do. I don't think you of all people need to worry. Please take care of the students, though. Of course. Be sure to enjoy your reunion. It's a rare chance for you. Go ahead and let loose. Think I will. Thanks. Interesting. Will the reunion involve all of the class? That is the other question. Will a certain someone make an appearance? I just want to quickly speak to Faraday before we leave. Caterpillar fungus. Reunion at 7 PM. Should I get going? I'm gonna head to Vesta. Instructor Rean. Have fun. Please send our regards to the all Class VII. Although it does make me a bit jealous. It is the day the instructor has been waiting for so long. Please have a good time. Hey, you're gonna have all the babes that wrapped around this. It's Littlefinger. What? Yes, the lady of one's heart happens to be there. Things can catch fire quickly. Really? Come on, there won't be any of that. Okay, I'll see you later. You have your special missions to do tomorrow, so eat well and rest up. Understood. Gotta get out of here already. Trails of Cold Steel 3. Laura. Should have said all the names. Macias. But I wonder if as sudden as your Siegfried will be there. Emma, Eustace, Fee, Gaius. Sarah. Milliam, Sarah, Crow. Six, 10. 10 to 7, even though that might be different for other people in the world. 6:50. Ah. Where's the girls' branch office? Is up those stairs to the left. Is everyone there already? I think we are. Seems like man's making moves. Did she travel all the way from Crossbar? This is who I think it is. Supposed to see this is the effort of her love. Effort of her love here. We'll see here go. Let's speak to Fred. I think we're going to be all good on the shopping front. I think the thing we do is head towards the guild. Huh? Whole thing's alive. The guild crest, they put it up again. Sends a lot of people inside. Whatever will we do? Okay, let's head on in. Lock and enter.
Ah, there he is. Come in, come in!
Pardon me?
They just give us slides.
Oh, Rean! You're finally here!
Oh. Guess I'm last. Sorry to have kept you.
No worries. You're right on time.
Besides, we all know you had your field exercises to deal with.
Certainly did.
Well, as fully grown members of society and working professionals, we should be in the habit of arriving 10 minutes early.
Says the man who waltzed in a mere 5 minutes ago.
The guild branch's reopening came at a good time.
Yes, I'm sure most restaurants are completely full around now.
I can hardly believe we were all finally able to meet up again.
I know, right? Especially since we're all so dang busy these days.
That's right. We'll certainly have a lot to talk about tonight.
Certainly a lot on the
Good
agenda.
grief.
Now, everyone. No need to dive into the serious stuff right away. Come on, it's our first big reunion since you all graduated. Let's cut loose a little.
Indeed.
Perhaps it would be best to start this reunion with a series of tender embraces. And not just among the women, of course. All your male classmates should enjoy the comfort of each other's arms, too.
What?
Not on my
Hell
life.
no!
Sharon!
Same as ever.
Yes.
One-track mind.
It's almost a little surprising.
The time and place may be different, but in the end, we're all the same people.
Well, we have all been chatting it up on that app of ours.
When you put it that way, it kind of takes the drama out of things.
Come on, give him up. Other boy's gonna be hugging. Laura's so much taller than everyone else. Cute.
Fee, you grew taller.
Elisa, you grew even prettier. And Emma, you grew even chestier.
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't mention that.
That hairstyle makes you look like an old man.
You're one to talk!
Rean, you and Gaius are just way too tall now.
Yeah, they've certainly shot
Don't
up.
worry. I think I'm done growing now.
Out of all of us, you seem to have grown the least, Milliam.
Excuse you! I grew one whole reach!
Guessing that's like an inch. it is.
We finally fulfilled our promise.
Yeah. Elisa, everyone, thanks.
Oh, please. For what?
It's not like we all got together just for your sake, you know.
It's very true.
Machias is blushing.
Well, we are celebrating Rean's graduation too.
Yes. After we had left, he stayed behind to uphold the spirit of Class VII.
Not to mention, he's the one in charge of the next generation of Class 7ers.
It's been said before, but you truly are the core of our group, Rean.
He's the
Thank
leader.
you for everything. You guys.
We're starting to sound way too sappy.
Starting to. You guys have all been like this for years.
That's a very
I suppose
fair
there's
point.
no avoiding it. Today especially.
In any event, we have the party set up in the back. I've prepared more than enough alcohol, so please enjoy provided you're old enough.
Oh man, I get to have Sharon's cooking again.
I can't wait.
I knew I smelled something tasty. All right, give me the biggest, frothiest mug of beer you got.
I think you are the one person who
You're
can't drink.
nowhere near being old enough to drink.
Her and Fee aren't. Just about. It's good to be back home. Well, we got a little bread, some meat of some sort of eggy, tomatoey salad, some greens in a packet, some oysters, fancy, some small bits of seared meat, it seems like, some peas. The oysters are the fancy parts here. They all proceeded to savor the delicious meals that Sharon had prepared for them. Between bites of compliments to the chef, they shared what they had been doing since they last met up. The adults had their fill of beer, some more than others, while the younger members enjoyed soft drinks. In this situation, everyone's going to be drinking, I'm not going to lie to you. Together they flipped through the album Toa had given Rean and reminisced about the past. Afterwards, (9:30 p.m). Some deep conversations are probably to be had. I believe I shall excuse myself now. Please enjoy the rest of your time here together, everyone. Thanks for all the food, Sharon. It was delicious. Let's go drinking together again sometime. Alright, see you later. Maybe didn't feel right. Is your mum going to be arriving here in Heimdall soon, Elisa? Yeah, she's taking the red-eyed flight here with grandfather. Both of them were invited to the party being held at the palace. It's likely Sharon is meant to go pick them up. However, it's just as likely she simply wished to give us privacy. I suppose so. After all, she's at least a little bit related to things we were planning to talk about. I agree. Man, she's getting way too caught up in the past. We checked this place for bugs, mics, and all surveillance-y stuff? Yep, top to bottom. There's many devices found in Heimdall all over the course of the day. Most of them hidden in government buildings. The Imperial Chronicle's office, too. With that in mind, we should get down to business. Indeed. Let us begin. A year ago, when all of us, save Rean, were allowed to graduate early, we promised each other that after 1 year had passed, we would have a reunion. Yes, it felt like so long ago, but time already has flown. Identify the path Erebonian is headed down and determine how Class 7 will act. That's what we said we'll do. Yes, the night after we survived the trail of the Reverie Corridor. When I first heard you say it, it sounded like your usual nonsense. To be fair, though, we all had a bad feeling. Things were heading in. We heard in the Infernal Castle on the day we lost Crow. And everything that Chancellor Husband and the Governor had said, the direction they're leading Erebonia in. And about the Phantasmal Blaze plan, the Chancellor stole from Ouroboros. We need to worry about both what's happening on the surface and what's going on behind. Yeah. At least all the stuff we heard from is finally starting to happen now. Indeed, the incidents that have occurred this spring are proof. Let's begin by discussing the political situation occurring publicly.
I'm not really in any place to say it, but things got pretty damn bad.
I'm also curious what role Ouroboros and Calvert had behind the scenes in the Northern War. And the Imperial government's military decisions led the art just as suspicious.
12 of those new model railway cannons have been completed already. 4 of them used to attack artists were carried to Crosswell.
They were carried, those enormous things, all the way from the canyon?
The way I heard, the brand new airship more than enough muscle for the job. 200 for the arch ship, called Gargantua, I think.
I've heard the name before.
And it seems like they're working to making even more of them.
All audits happening all over the place lately made me realize. Mirror people information, they're all being channeled into key projects.
Late Metropolis plan especially.
All taxpayer money in the Empire is being consolidated in Heimdall, converted into a never-seen-before amount of military funds.
It's perfectly clear what's going on. All these things point to the same goal.
The invasion of the Republic of Calvert. No mistaking it.
Yeah. Calvert's spies there only serve to reinforce the hypothesis.
So that means the goal is not sabotage, but gathering information.
If they actually went and did anything, the war would be right there and then. They're probably trying to figure out the D-Day, when the invasion is planned to start. Just like I thought. Touring around the Empire, I'd heard rumors and suggestions that it'd be a war. I wouldn't be surprised if my mother knew about this already too. Between the railway cannons and new airships, the mass production of tanks and Panzer Soldans, there's no way she could have greenlit all of those projects without knowing what they were for. On top of that, there's a huge factory being constructed in Crosswell.
But given all of that, the question becomes why? War between those two massive countries could ravage most of the continent.
It's true that Erebonia and Calvert have been like cats and dogs for hundreds of years. But are they really going to throw down? A war that size would bring international trade to a screeching halt, so none of the other countries would be too pleased.
Besides, in order to start a war, they need authorization from the Emperor. There's no way he'll allow it without justification.
Well, there wasn't an issue for the invasions of Crosswell and Northumbria.
Justification was fabricated, and statements about the other countries were shut down. Sorry about that. The one who set us all up is none other than Gideon Osborne. As his son, I think I have a unique understanding of how dangerous that man is.
Rean, you don't need to worry so much about that.
I feel the same way about my older brother. Rufus Alberea, the head of the Ironbloods. I suspect he's known me a confidant. I wouldn't be surprised to discover it was he who laid the plans for the invasions and early stages of the wars.
I'd say the odds are pretty good. Recently, he's been acting pretty secretive with me. He's even been keeping stuff from Claire and Lecter.
Most important thing being the information about the Black Workshop. That name again. Yet another group lurking in the shadows of the war. Both my brother and the Black Rabbit were lent to the Noble Alliance.
The invasion of surface stuff. These guys are definitely one of the behind-the-scenes topics. They said the two are more tightly woven together now than ever. I think it's safe to say that the Black Workshop is related to the Gnomes, who once fought the Hexen clan. It seems they've cut ties with Ouroboros and have sided with Chancellor Osborne. They've also hired the boss and the mask guy. He calls himself as your Siegfried, right? I can't believe it, but both the masked man and the King flew off in what appear to be divine knights. Between them and the maiden, I get the feeling that something especially ominous is building.
It seems to me that the circumstances that led to the War of the Alliance and the arrival of the Infernal Castle, something buried deep in Erebonia's history and connected to the Divine Knights.
I discovered this while searching for my sister. As I've mentioned, the spirit veins in Erebonia have begun to pulse faster and faster. Just like during the Civil War. No, just like the War of the Alliance 250 years ago. Following the annexation of Crosswell and Northumbria, it only started to speed up. The quickening of spirit veins caused the cryptids, magic knights, and scarlet Pelora grass to appear. I suspected as much. A link between the two surfaces and what's happening beneath them.
From the sounds of it, the only ones who know the full truth are Vida, Chancellor Osborne, or Boris in the Black Workshop.
I wish my memories hadn't been erased. So frustrating not to remember anything from back then. I'm a homunculi and comet shells are super connected to all the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Sure.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. The Black Workshop was where you were created, Milliam. Yep, homunculus, so I'm not technically human. But besides the part of me that's let me link with Lemmy, my DNA is pretty much the same as yours. Besides anything, my growth is stunted, though. And how long my lifespan's supposed to be at least either. Milliam.
I've heard a bit about that.
The Black Workshop. Unforgivable. Yeah, I'm glad we got Milliam and Altina from there, but can't forgive them for playing with someone's life like that. I've been starting to think that recently too. Like, I'm fine with whatever happens to me, but I'm worried about Tilly. I see. Seems you have grown after all. Alright, we got some information from the branch campers. Why don't you tell us the details, Rean? You mean about the cemetery? Oh yeah, we got some same report from the intelligence division. What happened? So, try and stay calm, everyone. Rean explained what happened during the day's special operations missions. Finished his story with a mention of what they found at Crow's grave. Are you kidding me? Angelica's brooch was there too? From the sound of it, everything leads us back to the Black Workshop. Considering how the boss came back to life, maybe the same thing happened with Crow. Both of them are working for the Black Workshop. No, the gnomes. Are you saying that both of them have been brought back to life? Emma, do you know any spell capable of performing such a feat? There's a forbidden spell known as False Soul. It's the only ever attempted by wizards in the Dark Ages, and it's never once successfully resurrected anyone. Except that most of the subjects became fiends known as Nosferatu. That name rings a bell. We fought it. It was the name of the creature we encountered at Long Green Castle. That monster. The Jaeger King and the Masked Man are certainly nothing like that abomination. Guess there's a chance the gnomes were somehow able to perfect the spell, but I doubt it. True resurrection is something only the goddess is capable of. You see. Trying to think about this stuff's making my head spin. Either way, something very strange is going on right now. And in the midst of it, Angelica and George are both gone missing. About that, I'm having the guild's informers look into their disappearances. Tell Tower to stay strong. Understood. Many mysteries yet remain, but this seems to be sufficient for today. We're starting to piece things together little by little. We should continue to look into matters until all is made clear. Now we need to decide on our class what our actions we should take.
There are two things for sure. We need to stop the war that's been building on the surface before it starts. And at the same time, we need to find out what's been going on behind the scenes and prevent whatever disaster's being planned.
I agree completely. Everything else might be really complicated, but those two goals are set in stone.
This is something only we can figure out, thanks to each of us having branched out on our own.
If we each make the most of our unique situations and pool information,
together, we will be able to overcome any obstacle we may come across.
Big plans.
Right, no matter whether it's on the surface or behind the scenes.
We don't have many allies, nor are we alone.
Agreed. Let us find those willing to aid our cause. Wait, Milliam, are you okay with all of this? You do realize, standing with us will eventually mean standing against your fellow Ironbloods.
that's right. Fighting cryptids and magic knights is one thing.
Think this over and tell us what you want to do, Milliam.
Just lamenting on the powerfulness of the table. So we've got a Bracer in Fee. We've got a head of the Rhineford group in Elisa, or one of the heads. We've got Rean, the Ashen Chevalier. We've got Laura, the lead head of the Arciette School. We've got Emma, obviously a wandering witch of their powerful Hexen clan. We've got Eusis, one of the Four Grey House leaders. We've got Makis, one of the head people in the government. We've got Milliam, an intelligence division plant, as it were. We've got Elliot, a wandering musician, but also very highly sought after fame-wise and with son of a general. Then we've got Gaius, who I think is going to turn out to be something rather special, connected to the church, should we just say. So, it's an interesting group of people.
You're gonna ask me that now?
Huh?
Milliam? I don't remember anything before the past 5 years. But I started to think about some stuff. Like what I am, and what it means to feel sadness. I've been thinking about this stuff ever since I met you guys 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I want to learn more about myself. I want to keep being your guys' friend. I like Gramps and Claire and Lecter, but I want to find out what I am on my own terms. I don't like the idea of the Black Workshop controlling what I do and don't know.
Certain stills of
Even
memories.
if it means going against Gramps, I'm a member of Class 7 till the end. I'm more than just the Black Workshop's OZ-73, the Ironblood's White Rabbit, and an agent of the Intelligence Division. Rean, Eustace, Elisa, Emma, Fee, Laura, Elliot, Machias, Gaius, Sarah, all you guys. When I cried for the first time, it was all of you who held me close. I'll always put you, my friends, first.
There we go.
Milliam.
I see.
I swear. I think that caught us all off guard.
I had no idea you felt that way about us.
You may not have grown much physically, but you've definitely done a lot of growing on the inside.
Arguably the one who's grown the most.
Agreed. In that sense,
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say you grew the most out of any of us.
I suppose we needn't worry about you anymore.
Mm-hmm. It was silly of us to doubt her after all this time.
You guys just can't resist the chance for an inspirational speech, can you?
Well, now that you've decided what to do, you guys seem more determined than ever. For your more immediate plans, what are you all going to be up to tomorrow?
The new Class 7 and I will continue with our special ops missions. I think it's especially important we capture the Calvardian agents.
I agree.
If we let them roam free, whatever they do could be used as an excuse to start a war.
Yep, just like how Celtic was used to start the Northern War.
I'll continue playing my shows around the city and gather information.
I'll come with you and see what I can find too.
I'll keep following Grandfather and hit up some contacts of mine for info.
Celine and I will continue to investigate the spirit veins around Heimdall.
So the plan's for everyone to gather info, and then we'll all meet up and share notes, yeah?
Yes. Let's stay in contact and be ready to move at a moment's notice.
Be prepared.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Look at you. You're all so reliable now. But it's getting a bit late. How about we call it a night? I'll set up a call with everyone early tomorrow morning, and we can talk about our plans in more detail.
Yeah, sounds good.
Get some good rest tonight, everyone.
Are you two bracer types gonna stay here for the night?
Mm-hmm. There are beds on the second floor.
I'll be sleeping at home for the first time in a while. I assume the same can be said of you, Elliot?
Yeah, I called my sister. Gaius will be staying with us tonight.
Thanks again. I appreciate the hospitality.
Oh, I nearly forgot. We have yet to discuss your situation, Gaius.
Indeed.
That's right.
We were unable to contact you for nearly half a year.
You were somewhere outside the country, right?
Yes, but it's quite the tale, so it may be better to leave for next time. We're gonna meet up again before too long, so I'll tell you then.
True.
I guess it wouldn't be fair if I heard it first, huh?
Oh, and I was wondering about that little blonde girl you mentioned seeing, Rean.
I was wondering about that myself.
You said she looked 10 years old. Could be a witch in training?
Well, that isn't right, but I guess it's not wrong either.
She knows.
She went missing, and we've been looking all over for her.
Sheesh, her and Vita both just wander wherever they want without telling us a thing. But whatever. I'm sure we'll have to introduce you to her soon.
Now I'm even more curious.
Got it. I'll be looking forward to it.
Everyone's leaving. So you're going to be standing up there. Yeah.
Something wrong? No, just a nostalgic smell wafting around.
That pretty much confirms it.
I understand what I am, and the situation I'm in.
Is that so? Would it be selfish if I said I'd rather you hated me?
That question itself is completely pointless. Give me Albrecht's orders, Copper Georg. Tell me what role I'm supposed to play in tomorrow's act.
All right, No. Azure Siegfried.
So that is Crow, but in what sense? Certainly the body of the visage of Crow. Same time, city and center of Heimdall. Looks like there's no getting Lionel back. Nothing we can do for him now. At least we won't have to worry about him leaking any info. All set with Heimdall Bank. We just need to get the VIP area, right? What's the plan? A huge sweep of the tunnels tomorrow, right? Yeah, they're gonna declare martial law. They've already got the 4th Armored on standby. But thanks to our Rambus, we should be able to wait out the storm. Just have to keep a close eye on things and watch for our chance to escape. What is this place? One of Heimdall's underground crypts from the Dark Ages. Red grass down here. What? This grass? Nosferatu's. I smell spirits. Activate Rampus. This should be no. Yeah, you're fucked. We're surrounded.
Damned fools. I'm too late. Were that prodigal child with me, we might have dealt with this together. Between the gnomes and the snakes, there are too many plots in motion for me to stop on my own. Perhaps I need to create more kin. The day Leanne spoke of is close at hand. If nothing else, I must settle matters from 200 years ago before then. I vow it on the name of the final true ancestor. The one that failed to die. Crimson Roselia.
I'm guessing that might be her name. Trails of Cold Steel 3.
This is truly an honor.
Get the rank up.
Here, a reward.
Gun gear.
Good work out there.
Thank you. Oven sticker, some new material. Picture of Vivian Lind. Nice. We'll save just in case. We'll use this slot. Then we will proceed. We're not going to go too much further. Everyone's aboard. After we have captured those 3 agents yesterday, the rest of them to become even more wary. Reports say a large number of them have collected their listening equipment and entered the underground tunnels. Yeah, so the summer festival starts up. We're gonna lose them in a swarm of tourists. It sucks, but the only way we're gonna avoid that is by using martial law in the Imperial Army. But if we bring the army into it, there will no longer matter whether the agents are dead or alive. We need to consider international opinion. Not to mention it would cause citizens to panic right before the summer festival. I much prefer to settle this with arrests and tax. That's where it comes down to us. Agreed. We'll be working with the main campus guild to snatch him up one way or another. The entire branch campus will unite to take care of the crisis. Thank you very much for your support, as well, Lady Liquid. Professor Smith, I've sent a few special requests I'd like you to look at later. Understood. Alright, let's go over our plans. This morning, the Professor's communication wave amplifiers have been sent to both the main campus and the guild. First off, Orlando's team and mine will split to go into the unexplored tunnels in the west side of Heimdall. We'll set up communication network while the rest of us hunt down and dispose of Republican agents. We're arresting them. Seems like you got this crazy new gear called Ramda. Here we go. But on the flip side, they've got a little more guts than that. No guarantee you'll survive. Suppose I won't hold back then. So if these students try to make it a top priority, please try and make sure you arrest them. Thank you for contacting us, Major Arundel. If there's any further movement, please let us know. We got it. Well, good luck, everyone. This operation in Class 7's older than you. He knows too much. While we're on the subject, you gotta talk about lots of things yesterday. Yeah, what are your friends gonna be doing? They split across the city gathering information. We might have found something, so if we run into any of them, we should check it out. Got it. So we'll be patrolling the entire city. We need to determine whether or not the agents are headed somewhere. Here we go. We've got a whole bunch of stuff to do. This is pretty serious. We're up against Calvert's special forces. I'm sure it'll be fine. Orbital gear will be employed. Indeed it will. Let's share the requests. So we've got semi-required, which usually means we have to do 2 of the 3. So we've got St. Asher's Distress. We've got a expensive monster and a Heimdall Tunnels monster, which we'll definitely be doing all 3 of these. Yes, sir. Let's do that. But we'll be doing one thing first. There you go. At least 2 of them. But first things first, what we'll be doing is speaking to Sandy, because we need to give her the moon truffles. Let's get cooking. It's me at work. Loving what I'm making. I actually do really love my job. It's a good fun job. So she called you over to eat her over. I'm looking forward to it. It smells amazing. Sure does. We'll be finished cooking soon. All done.
Bon appetit!
Ultimate dish passed down in my hometown of Ulster. Lenheim risotto. Lenheim. It's like I've heard that name before. Could it be? Well, let's put that aside for a moment. The sticky moth is still warm. Alright, let's eat. Thank you for the food. While I'm blinking, all of our plates were Sunday baked clean. How do we even describe it?
It was the flavor and smell was so deep. Didn't expect as much from a magnificent dish. Felt a little light to me. It's definitely good though. It was amazing. Said it was called the Linheim Risotto. Same name as Princess Olivert uses when he dresses as a reformer. Well, actually, there's a reason for that. The one who created this episode was called Ariel Linheim. She was the late mother of Prince Olivert. There you go. Ulster is also known as the hometown of Prince Olivert's mother, so it's where the prince grew up. Ah. Everyone that lives there, we're practically one big family. Miss Sarah used to help me out all the time. There we go. Still plenty to go, which we should have got a whole bunch of things. Okay, I think that little meeting was good enough by itself. I'm going to say if you've enjoyed this, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time where we head and do our tours around Heimdallr for the second day in a row. Love ya.